Oh, almost forgot. Choconnichi, bitches. FlaVR is forgetful fanatic fan. I Choco Minato signing in after what? 3 weeks, almost a month of being away. Not planned, by the way. I didn't go on vacation or anything. I just... Okay, let me give the quick rundown of what happened. Okay, so first things first, I spent a lot of time, and I'm still doing it, but I'm spending a lot of time doing yard work for the older members of my family because I'm like the only able-bodied male within driving distance that can afford to take time away to, help around. And like I said, I don't mind. I'd wish to pay for my gas, but that's a difference. Whatever. I don't mind doing it. So in the middle of doing that, however, I got poison ivy. So again, it happens every year now. Like I was doing for a solid damn near 25 years of doing this. I never got poison ivy. And now I get for the last I want to say 3, 4, 5 years. I've been getting poison ivy every single year, every summer, as I'm doing all this shit. You think I'd learn by now, but doesn't seem to be that. But at least I'm building a resistance now because that first year was fucking horrible. But now every year after that's yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, I can will through this. But that first year I was absolutely fucked up for weeks. But now it's yeah, sure, whatever. At worst now, it just gets really around. I can tell that the one I have right now is starting to start. It's on its last leg because I'm really, really fucking itchy. For some reason, it gets right before it ends. I just get really mad fucking itchy. Not during, but it's on its way out. But yeah, there's no more pus or anything. There's a couple of bumps, but that's gone. That'll be gone, and that'll be. I'd say by the end of the week it'd be gone. What else? I had a car inspection. Nah, I normally wouldn't bring that up because that's not important. Yeah, you got to do your car inspection, you got to get your oil changes and all that stuff. But I bring that up because a few days before my car inspection, my fucking muffler fell out. Or rather, the hinges on my muffler just disintegrated. Partially due to the fact that, potholes around here take a long time to get fixed. At least potholes that are not on, the main strip, because I live pretty close to a highway. So those get fixed pretty fast. But, the residential areas, those take a while to get fixed. It's not as bad as the one that I had right outside my fucking driveway at my old house. That was there for, 3 years. And it only got fixed up because I don't want to say it's a sinkhole because it wasn't that, but the asphalt around not my house, but around that area was really, really, really shitty and getting cracks and forming holes. So it's oh, we gotta fix this immediately, and that just happened to be part of it. There was also an incident where not a deforest. I hired some people to cut down a tree in my backyard way back when, and when they were going, and I knew this would happen, but they wouldn't listen to me. When they were backing up into the driveway, they hit the pothole, and it caused them to oversteer to correct it, and he ended up running over the I forget what it's actually called, but I forget what it's called. That bit of I don't know if this is even. I don't even know if this is normal. I don't even know if this is normal. But above that bit of concrete above the sewer grate, ended up hitting that, cracking that. So that also had to be fixed. But hey, I got the pothole fixed. So although I haven't been there in that old house in a while, so hopefully Hopefully that one's still doing okay.
What? What a coincidence. If you were gonna come back right after my reading stream, he'd have hide into you.
Hey, Choconnichi, Splats, how you doing? What a coincidence if... But to be fair, I did intend to start stream earlier in the morning, but I overslept. I overslept a little bit. No thanks due to this fucking Ivy. But like I said, this will be going by the end of the week.
Amanda Squad side getting double audio from the
Getting double audio
TTS.
from the TTS. That should not be happening. If I do this, it should fix it. Alright. Okay, if I do that, that should fix it. Okay. Right, so, back to my point. I had a car inspection, which isn't important unless your muffler falls out, and then it becomes a big problem. So my muffler fell out. Had to get that fixed. I did fail the inspection, obviously, because my muffler fucking fell out, but I managed to at least buy the parts to replace the hinges on it, so that's fine. I had to get it fixed had to get that fixed. Yeah, so I have another inspection due in 2 weeks. I could do it now, but like that's too. I spent so much. Okay, to be fair, the muffler was like the big part. Okay, what else did I fix? I had to replace the muffler. I forgot the report that I had. Give me a minute here. Basically, there was a lot of shit under the car, like physically under the car that needed to be fixed, that I can't do because I don't have easy access to under car stuff. And there's like a mechanic like not too far from me that can a local mechanic not too far from where I live that can help me like diagnose what's wrong with it, help me source stuff that I need to get fixed, or rather source parts that need to be replaced and stuff like that. So that wasn't too much of an issue, but like actually he's too old to actually do it himself, and he's not good with instructions, or rather he's not good with directions, like telling me like, oh yeah, this part needs to go, this part needs to so it's better for me if I just eat the cost and just pay a mechanic to actually fix it. Although I will say that the guy that I go to does give discounts if he doesn't have to buy the parts himself. Like if you just come in, like, here are the parts, I need you to replace this. He does give a discount if the parts are already like in the car, and he just has to like if the parts are already there. So that works out for me. It also means that I don't have any spending money until next month, so I can't even afford to get a reinspection. Do you have $20 for a reinspection? No. No. And I'm not gonna ask anyone else for money, so I'll just wait until next month to do it, which will be fine because the rejection sticker on my car doesn't wear off until like I think the 3rd. So I think like around 1st or like the 29th, I should be able to get my car inspected and everything will be fine. What else happened? Let's see. Yard work, poison ivy, failed car inspection, muffler fell out. I have to do for reinspection. For like major things, that's pretty much it. It's not exciting, but you know, a lot of it was just being in recovery and also still doing yard work while I'm still getting eaten away by this fucking poison ivy. But like I said, that'll be completely gone by the end of the week. Hopefully, if I don't get another, hopefully I don't brush up against another bush and have a fucking flare up. But as things are, everything's fine. Oh, Splats, while you're here, give me a second here.
@AmandaSplat sai do Poison Ivy. You side Ivy and Toga you add an Ivy.
No, I've been fortunate enough to never need an IV drip. I just had just regular ass poison ivy. Like I said, the first time I got it I was bedridden for like a week. This one is like, yeah, no, it's fine. I don't know if that's me building a resistance or it's not as strong or fucking whatever. I don't know, but I'll count my graces. This is perfectly serviceable. I'm just mad itchy right now.
@AmandaSplat Said e Toga most fighting game fanatics would kill to get a chance to get their ARM to brass up against Ivy. Especially from SC4 or 5.
Well, the thing about that, the problem with brushing up against Ivy from Soul Calibur is that that fucking whip sword would just tear your fucking arm off. I don't want to know what it feels like to have a metal whip just flay my fucking arm off. That sounds kind of bad, actually. I don't care how hot Ivy is, alright? Oh, especially if she has, like, the rose-shaped sword from, like, I think it was in 2. I'm trying to remember. I know it's in 2, I know it's in 4. I don't remember if it's in 3 or 5. I think it's in 5. She has a sword that's like actually shaped like a rose, complete with like thorns and everything. It looks really cool. Oh, that would fucking suck. You know, I used to complain a lot about the magic bullshit as it crept into Soul Calibur throughout the years, but I actually quite like it now. I've grown. I mean, I've gotten used to it, but more importantly, no, I think that having the more overt magic shit does give Soul Calibur into a large extent give Tekken a unique visual identity compared to other 3D fighting games. And I kind of like it. I like how, rather, as much as people complain about it in Tekken 8, which I understand, I do like that the whole magic martial arts thing, it is incorporated better in later Tekken games in Soul Calibur games than it is in the earlier ones, where there is like a hard line between like, this character does martial arts, this character does magic. Whereas the series grew over time, they kind of blend into this its own synthesis that is unique to any other fighting game on the market. And you know what? I kind of fuck with that. I fuck with that heavy. The problem now being that since Tekken has been the king of the mountain for 3D fighting games for so fucking long, I'm worried about how that's going to influence the combat of Virtua Fighter. So far, it seems that it hasn't done much. Like, yeah, there's like minor things like, oh yeah, big impacts have like camera shake and slow down and stuff like that, which is around like Tekken 7, which is fine, but if it stays that way, I think that's fine. I don't want Virtua Fighter to go so far into the hyper exaggerated martial arts style that Tekken does. I wanted to keep it in that like 60s era kung fu movie stuff, but we'll see. But even then, 60s kung fu movies had like characters flying and shit. That's where like when you had all the wire tricks and stuff. So, but so we'll see where that goes. So I had no fucking plan. Obviously, I don't make plans anymore. So I had no plan for like what I was gonna do on my grandiose return stream, and it's just the same as anyone else. But there are a couple of things I do want to bring up while I'm here. If I could find my Twitter really quick. Okay. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, make sure I get the right one here. Preload the right one. Yep, this one. Okay. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Oh, because I'm in the wrong source. I see. Yeah, I mean, I can switch sources, it's fine. I kind of want to stick with the other one for a little bit longer, but I'll get back to this. Okay, so I have to zoom in so you can read this shit. Okay, so Seba, right, starting off, Seba, who some of you Splats particularly, would know as a developer of Fight and Rage, put out a new project. Now, I do know, I haven't seen this, I don't know what this is, but I do know that he was working on like another game, and then he started working on a game to make a different game, like a little bite-sized game, and then that was done, so now, I'm trying to remember the timeline of events here. I think it was called, not Brawlers Avenue, that's actually, that's a Twitter handle. Let me check his media tab. I don't know what Pixie Draw Studio is. I don't know what this is. I haven't clicked the video yet. But hopefully this is... Well, it says studio in it, so it might be something to do with like sprite art. And not an actual game. But I want to check his media tab really quick. Yeah, Backstreet Warriors. He started working on Backstreet Warriors, like this little handheld game here. But before that, he was working on something else. Does it have any? Yeah, from this. So there's this character, and I'm trying to remember. Actually, no, wait. He does have video on it from way back. Let's see. Yep, here we go. He does have this. Can I? Yeah, he does have this fucking Game Boy Color looking ass game here. Looks pretty good. Has the you pick up your experience points. Well, I don't know if it's experience. Probably just level up your weapon. Reminds me a lot of Cave Story actually, where enemies drop things and you pick it up to level up your character or level up your sword or whatever. I don't know. Looks cool. There was a different one. Hold up. That's him messing with AI stuff. This is Pixie Draw Studio. Does he not have another one? Dragon Lord Choconnichi, bitch, how you doing? Anyway, let's go back to this. Go back to Pixie Draw Studio. What is this? What is this? Alright, you don't have audio. If I do this, you should have audio. I should have been able to fix that now. So, sound off if there's audio. You can hear the audio, but this is the stuff. TTS stopped. Okay. Well, I'll try that, and then. All right. Test the.
Choco Minato side test.
Okay, TTS is back. Wait, you know what? I'm not gonna question it. Okay. Available on Steam September 1st. You know what? I have been looking at. Alright, let me check yours. It's not here. So we'll try this. Rumors, no. Yeah, here we go. So for a while now, this character, I don't think you've even seen it. What's the name? Pico Pico, who, well, Malone's not here, but he's the guy that's been working on Scramble Vice. He's been just making sprites, like little sprite sheets for this character here. Shaya for a game that he may or may not be working on in addition to Scramble Vice called Ruin Runners, and you can just download these. These are just little sprite sheets for free. And considering, or rather, going back to this Pixie Just Studio, I'm wondering if I could use this to just to test out the feel of making a character in a relatively simple way. Because it says that you could this is the part that I'm really interested in here, is playtesting the sprites. This is the shit that I'm really interested in. And I want to see how I doubt it's going to be compatible. I want to see if I could then use that to then put into Fighter Factory and then put that into 2D Fighter Maker. Just to get a test of like how the game works. Because I have been looking at 2D Fighter Maker like as an engine for a little bit. And I want to see if I could put something together. Not to actually like sell or to do, or not to sell or to show off to other people. Just to be like, just see if I can get a feel for the engine itself. That's just like a dumb thing that I can work on my own time. Because obviously I did once in my life have ambitions to make a fighting game. But those ambitions didn't last very long. Because coding is tedious and boring, and I don't like it.
@Darren6924 Said greetings.
Darren Root, Choconnichi, bitch, how you doing? I am back. I have returned from Poison Ivy.
@Mandasplat Said making your own fighting game. You would love to see that.
Making a fighting game. I will be honest. I would make a fighting game that's weird and fucked up. Because I have a lot of ideas from a lot of games I played, and I'm interested to see what it would look like. There's a lot of fighting games that were made, specifically around like 93 to 96, that were just fucking weird. And they never got iterated on, they never got sequels because the games didn't do all that well. Which made sense, but I want to see if these mechanics were put into a more modern game, finger quotes modern game, what it would play like. But they're all a bunch of disparate ideas with no real correlation between the two, and I doubt that anything I would make would be actually worth playing. You love to see that? Nah. I have an idea for inspiration. Watch
Lesbian For inspiration, watch the Lesbian Space Princess trailer and do the opposite of you see.
I have an idea for inspiration. Watch Space Lesbian Princess. Is that the one with the straight white aliens? Because I remember seeing a trailer for that, like, I think it was last year, maybe 2 years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, this looks like it sucks, and then I never watched it. I think, is it not out yet? Because trailer implies that it's not out yet. Is it not out yet? It is? Okay, cool. Why would I watch that? Why is there... A year ago!
Oh,
the movie's from a year ago, Jesus. Yeah, because I do remember seeing the trailer for it, like, way back. And I thought, yeah, this looks like it sucks. And apparently since it came out and I didn't even know, that confirms my suspicion that it indeed sucked. What, like, are they making a sequel to the movie or some shit?
Arroba da Rinroot 6924 side ironically it was released years ago
Australia. Like Australia, like was that part of a grant? Like, did they get money from that? Should have stayed there.
Arroba da Rinroot 6924 side it shall have stayed there.
I should probably change the TTS. Trickle. Amala, Henry, Sylvie, Christelle, Killian? Seth Killian? No, not close. Shimena. Ooh, wait. Shimena's a character in Pocket Bravery, so let's go with that one. Okay. This one may or may not be more incomprehensible than the last, but we'll see. You know what? Fuck it. I'll watch it.
Arroba Amanda Splash said who is Raquelan, why is she on the edge? Arroba Darin Road said
I was about to say it didn't change, but I forgot that I have a separate TTS off stream. Hold up. I forgot about this one. I need to change it on my desktop as well. Hold up.
Arroba Amanda Splash said Odis TTS voice is
Shimena. There, go change that. And now I can also hear the TTS voice. Let's see. Who is Rayquel and watching on Edge? I don't know. I only put LES in it, the rest of it auto-filled. Christ. Trailer from a year ago. This one I'm assuming. Alright, what is this shit?
I didn't exactly have girls knocking down my door before you did. You.
Okay, alright. Vibe established. I already hate it.
Kiki? I didn't exactly have girls knocking down my door before you did. You are my everything.
You don't.
Fuck. Arroba Amanda Splash said he posted a review in the Caraverse yesterday.
Oh. Posted a review in the Caraverse yesterday? You what? Wait, did you watch the movie? Or did you post a review of the trailer? Whatever. We used to be a country, man.
You don't.
I've seen fandoms that fought each other for years, put away their differences just to hate this.
Road 6924 said he have seen fandoms that fought each other for years put away their differences. Used to had this. Arroba Amanda Splash said no, it was the video that reviewed the movie.
I would never watch a review for a movie that I know I'm gonna hate. I mean, I guess you could do that just to hit. It's just the whole movie right here. Here it is, the whole fucking movie. Jesus Christ. Oh, buddy. Okay.
Fuck.
I just thought dating a space princess would be more fun. Where am I?
We're the straight, white malians.
Why are they British?
Arroba Darin Road says
This may be what cures world peace.
Oh,
Oh, no. But cures world peace. You know what? Yeah, there hasn't been enough violence lately. Yeah, this movie might cure world peace. These guys remind me of the I forget what they're called, but the aliens in Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Just less funny.
Oh, come on! Kill the lesbian!
Sarah, you gotta help me.
Kiki! I can't just abandon her. I've gotta say.
I find it funny that the straight white aliens have the best voice acting out of everyone else in this
Amanda
movie.
Splash said the digital nerds.
the digital nards. Okay, yeah, though.
Myra, you gotta help me.
Kiki! I can't just abandon her. I've got to save Kiki.
An intergalactic space quest to save your ex? Oh wow.
Oh god, this is pathetic.
If she loves you so much, what is taking her so long?
I have a huge crush on you.
Get up, you little sweaty bitch.
Why is everybody's voice acting except the villain's complete fucking shit? What is this, man?
Oh my god. Oh.
Was that the Akira slide?
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah, that's the Akira slide.
Consulting Dictionary 9MC será viewers Twitch Max.
It has to be documented at this point of just how many things reference the fucking Akira slide.
@DarrenRoad 6924 said he don't drink alcohol. Meat be a good.
I'm gonna be real, Darren. If this is what gets you to start drinking, your liver is gonna be completely inoperable by the end of the year. I've hardened my heart to this cringe like back during when Tumblr was like back when Tumblr was relevant, because this is okay, not the most, but this is pretty accurate to what Tumblr was like 10 years ago. It was a lot of shit like this. Although it was a lot of shit like this being made by actual fucking teenagers. So the cringe was a lot more. It was a lot more pure back then.
We gotta be confident. We gotta be but not too confident. We gotta be beautiful.
Or not too beautiful.
But not too beautiful.
Not be too beautiful.
Gotta have nice shoes. You gotta everything you do. I gotta do backwards in flat shoes.
@DarrenRoad 6924 said this needs to be studied. This is what not todo.
Was that but This is decided this is what not to do. Let me think about this. I mean, obviously, I don't think the movie did particularly well because I heard about it from the initial trailer and I heard about it from the people bitching about the recent trailer. So obviously, it didn't do very well. But this needs to be studied. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that this trailer, from what I can tell from this trailer, I don't think the movie is going to be any more or less offensively terrible as basically any other Westoid slop that came out in the last 10 years. It doesn't even...
mostly know because of the United Fandoms memes. Amanda Splat said my question is why are people complaining about the trailer now when the movie came out? Yeah, Arago.
I guess someone randomly just remembered the trailer and decided to put it on Twitter just to dunk on it, and it got picked up by the algo, because that happens quite a lot. Like, someone says, oh hey, remember this fucking thing from like a year ago, a couple years ago? It get picked up by the algo and people just start talking about it. And that happens on Twitter all the fucking time. But like I said, yeah, the movie's ugly and it's DEI as fuck. But I don't think it's egregiously terrible. Like, I've seen 20 of these, like, last fucking year. Like, this is just what Western animation is now. So I don't think it's egregiously terrible to, like, warrant the amount of discussion that it got. Let it fall into a black hole, never to be seen or remembered again, because that is what it deserves.
@DarrenRoad 6924 said weirdly enough he like washing train wrecks.
it's not weird to enjoy watching bad movies. Watching bad movies is good. Watching bad movies is fun. I play bad games all the fucking time. I love bad games. Well, bad games are within my wheelhouse. Bro, if you've seen even half of the shit ass fighting games that I have played, that I own, that I have bought, it will make you question your entire understanding of this subgenre, dude. Ain't nothing wrong with liking bad things. There's nothing weird or subversive or about watching bad movies. People like B movies are an entire fucking well, I don't know how much it is now, but B movies used to be an entire fucking industry of like, yeah, here's the shit that we put before the movie you actually want to watch. I don't know, Leaflet had a reaction to it. I didn't even know that. Or maybe I did and I just fucking forgot. Like, yeah, no, as soon as I click off this page here, I'm gonna forget this. It's gonna evaporate off of my fucking brain like fucking the morning rainwater. It's gonna disappear. Let's see. Let's go back to Seba. So back to this. Not this. But there's an entertainment from this.
@DarrinRoad6924 said but there is no entertainment from this.
I mean, maybe not from the movie itself, but like, if you and some of your friends got into a call and just MST3K this shit, that could be entertainment. And just riff on the whole fucking thing while it's live. That could be fun. Don't invite me though, I'm not watching that shit. I don't remember what I have bookmarked, so I'm just gonna do this real quick. I don't remember what I have bookmarked. I know I bookmarked a lot of shit. Oh! Alright, there's this. Maximilian. I pressed the wrong button. Maximilian owes somebody some fucking money because rollback is actively being worked on for Marvel 3. So when this drops, I'd say expect a massive fuck ton of Light Zero videos to come out. Marvel 3 is... It's a fucked up game for weirdos, which means it's a perfect aiding game. That's how you know aiding made this, because this is a fucked up game for weirdos. But within that, there is a... I never got quite into Marvel because I had a blood feud against Marvel for a long fucking time. But I've no. After Legend of Oh yeah, Dolly Parton died. I don't know anything about Dolly Parton, right? I don't know anything about Dolly Parton. I think she was a country singer. I don't remember. I don't pay attention to celebrities at all. But was she in? Hold up. Wasn't she in like one of those like Scooby-Doo movies? Was it Dolly Parton? No, she wasn't. She was not one of those celebrities that was in a Scooby-Doo movie. So never mind. Yeah, I don't know anything about Dolly Parton. Like I said, from what I can tell though, she's old, and anyone that's been in showbiz for a long enough to die old, I think that's a privilege in itself. Like, she didn't die of heart failure during a fucking coke binge at 45, so you know what? She did pretty good. But yeah. But yes, Marvel 3 is getting rollback. I'm wondering if this is going to be compatible with the explosion of character mods that are now in Marvel 3, because people have reverse engineered that game enough to actually add characters into it now. And I don't just mean cosmetic mods, I mean like whole ass new characters. So if this can get So if this rollback can function with the character mods, oh man, you're gonna see, Marvel 3 would have like a third resurgence. Because Marvel 3 is Marvel 3 is one of those evergreen games that keeps getting played no matter how old it is. But there have been like spikes in popularity, and the character mods have added a spike for like the past 2 years. But if this rollback pops the fuck off, dude, Marvel 3 might be an evergreen game, especially with Marvel Infinite not a looks for age. Good to know. Yeah, but with Marvel 3, because Marvel Infinite didn't do too well until Maximilian had his Infinite and Beyond mod, which basically just made the game look presentable and got rid of one gameplay element that tournament players were kind of like iffy about, and it revitalized that fucking game. And with Marvel Tokon, because the thing about Marvel Tokon is that there are a lot of Marvel players, like a Marvel vs. Capcom players, that were really excited about Tokon and how it's gonna save fucking fighting games, because we don't get that enough. I was gonna say fighting games, and then it played like Strive, and they're like, "Oh, this game sucks. This game fucking sucks," and they dropped Tokon. Also, it didn't help that the PC version sucked ass until it was cracked, and now it plays pretty decently well. Actually, I wouldn't know. I don't have it. I don't have the crack, and I'm not all that interested in Tokon, honestly. I mean, all right. I never watched the Deadpool trailer and just obsess over how many fucking references I could find in that. I never actually watched it. I know somebody put it in my channel, but I didn't actually watch it because I wanted to save it for stream. But I could do that later. I'll do that later today. But yeah, people were excited about Tokon, thinking it was gonna play like Marvel 3. Into which I would say, are you fucking retarded? There was no way it would play like Marvel 3. You don't get games like Marvel 3 anymore. The closest we get is Avatar Legends, unironically. And that game, I think, is going to have a healthy player base of around 200 people. And like fluctuate around there. Alright, big games. 2XKO fucking died. Do I have that bookmarked? I feel like I should. I feel like that would be a big enough announcement for me to have bookmarked. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Riot officially announcing that they're killing 2XKO, in which I would say, yeah, about time. I don't want to be dismissive about it, but like the fact that the game is not... The fact that this is a League of Legends spin-off game, and it has no League of Legends branding anywhere on this fucking title, I knew right away that this shit was not going to last long. I also would question... what the fuck would they think they were doing? Making a tag fighting game built by freak-ass Marvel players and expecting it to have a large audience? Like, no. Part of the reason why Marvel lasts as long as it did is because it has Marvel branding on it. Like, where's... Like, even if it was like 2XKO bracket a League of Legends fighting game, as much as that would be a terrible title, at least it has League of Legends in the fucking title. How are you not going to have this branded as a League of Legends game? What the fuck were they thinking? I mean, like, unironically, James Rolfe moment, AVGN moment, what were they thinking? Unironically, what the fuck were they thinking? And, like, the game is a fucked up game for weirdos, which, is good for the fighting game players that are going to play that. But fighting game players are sick-ass freak weirdos. And the things that they like are not things that people that are kind of dipping their toes into the genre would like. I could have told you when the game... I could have told you. I don't remember if I actually said it. I want to say that I did, but I don't actually know if I said it. Like, I knew immediately, if this thing is not branded as a League of Legends game, this shit's gonna bomb. Brother, I could this... You know what this is? You know what this is? This is DNF DUEL. This is DNF DUEL. I was so excited for DNF DUEL when that game was coming out, because I saw that it had an aiding logo on that. Because I'm like, oh yeah, that aiding, they make good fucked up game for weirdos. And DNF DUEL was exactly that. But
@DarinRod6924 looks like something a skater would spray paint.
Choconnichi, bitch, how you doing? JP said. Yeah, no, the entire reason why this game is called 2XKO is because it's a reference to Happy Birthdays. And a Happy Birthday is, in a tag game like Marvel, is when you use a combo that kills multiple characters. When you use a combo that hits the main character and an assist at the same time, and you kill two characters in one combo. It's called the Happy Birthday. but it's also generically called a double KO. It is just a cheeky reference at double KO. That is the entire branding of this game. And it's like, who... Where is it? There was an article not too long ago about Riot talking about the branding, about what the game should be called, and like almost all of them were shit, but at least they had League of Legends branding on it. That's a 2xKO naming article. Yeah, here we go. Naming is hard. Not that hard. It's not that hard. Like, unironically, Project formerly known as L. I mean, I guess it is still Project L, but in a different way, in a different context now. But yeah, unironically, Project L would have been a better name. Project L would have genuinely been a better name. But where's the list of? Actually, we're gonna get to this in a moment. But where are the rejected names? You don't have the rejected names. Yeah, here we go. So, here we go.
Arroba Darrinroad6924 said not making it looks something you would see spray panty on average.
Not mocking it, it just looks like something you see spray panty. No, it should be mocked. 2xKO is a terrible name. It is a goddamn awful name. But here's where shit gets fucky, right? Name generation. We spent time talking to the game's leadership team about what the game meant to them at a really high level. Through these conversations and in line with our brand positioning, this is a story for another week in Roma, we landed on 5 potential areas a name could fall into, ranked by importance. Ranked by importance. So so keep this in mind. Number one most important thing, social aspects. Duels, lobbies, IRL play, locals. Like tournament shit, basically. Progress minded, something new, fresh, previously unseen. Nothing about this game is any of these things. Nothing about this game is new or fresh or previously unseen. It's a fucking tag game. Like, nothing new here. Nothing's new here. Tonally tough, aggro, bold, in your face. IP inspired. Why is IP inspired down here? This should be the first thing. It is a spin-off of a League of Legends game. Having it be Runeterra League of Legends, this should be the absolute first thing that you should market when you're making a spin-off game. And then the last one is fighting game terminology. Like, sure, whatever. That does be in the last one. But like, IP inspired should be the absolute first thing you go for. And then, maybe social aspects. Like, this would be number 1. Social aspects could be like number 3. 2 or 3. Like, Lord, IP is the first. Fighting game terminology, maybe number 3. And like, social aspect could be number 2. Tonally tough, like making it sound cool. Like, yeah, your name should sound cool, but that could be like one of the last things. Like, fucking hell, dude. But there was like a name can all of these, yes, again. But so we had to prioritize League Association. So if we had to prioritize League Association versus not, we looked back at who we made the game for in the first place, the FGC. So this is why. Who we made the game for in the first place, the FGC. This is why it failed. The FGC is not large. It is not large. Fighting games in general are lucky. A top level fighting game will have a consistent player base of like maybe 5,000 people. At best, 5,000 people. And then you have outliers like Brawlhalla or fucking Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is a fucking outlier in its own genre. And that game is a fucking ice sculpture, and the people that have been playing it since launch are now bored of the fucking game. It doesn't have that look like some cringy gamer tag.
Arroba Darrinroad6924 said also don't help that it looks like some honest cringy gamer tag.
I don't think it's inherently bad for a title to look like a cringy gamer tag, but the game has to be built around that. Because goddamn it, we can go for some sincere. We are long overdue for some sincere cringe shit in the internet for. Anyway, yeah, no, this game. This is why the game failed. This game is built for the FGC. The FGC is not large. They are impassioned. They are definitely passionate, but they are not large. But the thing is, there is no such thing as a fighting game community. The fighting game, you could say it's a fighting game clique. There are a bunch of cliques. There are a bunch of circles, but there is no overarching community for fighting games. They have splintered off into all these different circles, and the circle that specifically likes Marvel-esque, hyper crazy fighting games is really small. But it has the branding. But the general thing is that the games that tend to have, but in terms of brand power, it is the largest. You get Marvel VS Capcom series. You have Dragon Ball fucking Fighters. You have this 2XKO, a League of Legends crossover fighting, a League of Legends spin-off fighting game. They have the largest brand. They have the highest brand power because everybody knows Marvel, everybody knows Dragon Ball, everybody knows League of Legends. But in terms of like the games that people actually show up for, it's shit like Mortal Kombat. Sometimes Mortal Kombat. It's shit like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat generally, and like anime games. But those are not okay. I would say Mortal Kombat is the largest. Mortal Kombat is the largest. Smash is the largest. Like Street Fighter is the largest. Those big three. But Mortal Kombat does not have a consistent player base. Smash has a consistent player base, but they're all a bunch of fucking pedophiles, so people don't want to associate with those. And Street Fighter has the brand power, but it's also the standard, and the standard is also kind of boring to a lot of people. Like again, Street Fighter 6 is a fucking ice sculpture of a game that has been meticulously crafted to be what it is. But the problem is, people that play fighting games for a living are bored of the fucking game because it doesn't change at all. They want a massive shakeup, but a massive shakeup could potentially kill the fucking game. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, no, the FGC, or what we now communally, what is cumulatively known as the FGC, is not large. It is a massive collection of cliques that have splintered into their own little groups. And if there was ever going to be a game that you wanted to cast a wide net to get the most amount of people in, you would not make a fucking tag game. You would not make a tag game. You would make a fucking Smash game. But the problem is, this League of Legends fighting game had to reset development multiple times. Because it was originally going to be like a 1v1, like a pretty generic 1v1 game. You know, much in the vein of what Rising Thunder was when that first came out, which is, you know, what the team worked on beforehand. But then that got shelved into make like a Smash kind of game. And they started working on that. But then Multiversus fucking folded and died for a whole other bunch of reasons. Died twice. I don't even know why it died the first time. Because it was like, what was it? Like Multiversus was out, and then I'm trying to remember which one it was. It was Multiversus, right? Multiversus came out, and then they lied and said that no, actually the game was in beta. The game was actually in beta. We took it down. Despite the fact that they were already taking money for like DLC and battle passes, just took them. For example, we know what WoW is, what MK is, we know what COD is, but anyone know what 2XKO is. That's another thing. There are people that didn't even know 2XKO was not even some people didn't even know it was out, but people didn't know 2XK people didn't know what 2XKO was. Like people knew what like Runeterra was. People had no idea what the fuck 2XKO was. Like no idea what it was. Some of them didn't even know it was out. Like the marketing of this game was a complete and abject fucking failure. Because it was being marketed to the FGC, to fighting game players. But again, fighting game players are not large. You need to market this to people that don't care about fighting games. But at the same time, people that don't care about fighting games would not play this. Because it doesn't have 80 fucking characters. I said it before. Hold up a second. Let me just pull up some footage of DNF Duel. Just to give an example of what I'm talking about here. DNF Duel videos. tournament. I think DNF Duel was at CEO, right? I should know this, by the way. I was watching archives of CEO. I don't even remember if it was at CEO this year. Let's go 2024. That's a safe bet. Evo, sure. Multiverse failed because they doubled down on a Suicide Squad game. Okay. I need this. Winners final, sure. Just show game footage. Just game footage. Game footage. Game footage. Game footage. Game footage. Okay. So I'll have this in the background. So, think about DNF Duel. Dungeon Fighter Online, or Dungeon Fighter, is like one of the most successful live service games ever made. This game, DNF, makes money hand over fist in Korea and China. I don't know how well it does in Japan, but in Korea and China, holy fuck, that game makes a fuck ton of money. Are you serious, game? Game, are you serious? YouTube. There we go. Makes money hand over fist. So making it fighting a spinoff makes sense because the game has a PvP mode, and PvP mode in that game had Dungeon Fighter had televised PvP tournaments in Korea. Make no mistake when I tell you, this shit's massive. Now, the perception of DNF outside of Korea, and especially in America, is kind of fucky because it was originally being handled by Nexon, and Nexon didn't care about the game at all. They just let the game get infested with bots and spammers. And they were more interested in pushing, like, Mabinogi and, like, fucking... I'm trying to remember the name of the game. But anyway, point I'm getting at is that when DNF was being handed by Nexon, they basically let the game die because it wasn't making Mabinogi money. That's basically it. It wasn't making as much money as Mabinogi, so they just let the game wither and die. But the game had such a passionate audience that the developers themselves, the Korean developers themselves, Neopal, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's Neopal or Neopal. I think it's Neopal. Actually revived and brought the game back with their own servers. And they've just been letting the game just coast. It's not, again, they realize that Americans are really good at making noise, but they don't actually spend money on shit. So they've just been letting the game coast, making whatever money it can, but their main audience is obviously Korea and China. And Neopal have been trying to make Dungeon Fighter spin-off games for decades, and they've been trying to, like, DNF has been going on for like damn near 20 years at this point. They need to make a new one, and they keep not doing it. There was Project Barbecue, then there's Project AK, which apparently is still being worked on. I don't believe them. But Project AK is still apparently being worked on, which is supposed to be like the big 3D remake of Dungeon Fighter. Which I don't believe that's ever coming out. Because they tried to... Because first Berserker Kazan was them being like, okay, we're trying to set a, like, trying to, like, put a game out as, like, here's how potentially this game could play. And it's Soulsian, long past that that genre saturation point, so I don't know what the fuck they were doing with that. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So as you can all see here, DNF Duel, the fighting game spinoff, looks really fucking good. This game has art. This game had fucking Arxis money. Looks really good. And this is a problem. The game looking good is actually a problem. Like, yes, these models look good. These animations look good. The presentation of this game is rock fucking solid. But this is a problem. Because, let's go to DFO. DNF. Can I just put DNF Korea? What would I play if I just put DNF Korea? Ooh, buddy. DNF Live. Here we go. So will this actually show footage, or is this just a press conference? Oh yeah, these are just press conferences for like updates and shit. Okay, we got DNF Korea. Yeah, 10 years, 9 years. Yep. DFO Global. Will this have gameplay? Or will this be more press conference and stuff? Yep, events. Trailers and shit. Live is just more trailers, right? Yep. What if I go to the website itself? Promotion video. Will this have gameplay? Jesus! Okay. That's not good enough. Give me a second here. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. There we go. Split gameplay, fuck it. Yeah, sure, fine. I just need footage. So, this is what Dungeon Fighter looks like. The actual game that DNF Duel is based on. This is... Okay, for better context. This is a hybrid MMO slash brawler. Like 2D brawler that was released in 2005. And this was originally just meant to be like a little game that was being worked on as like a side project. It was going to be like a little side project that would be like alive for a couple of months and then get taken down. But it was so popular that it but it ended up being so popular that the game, the initial like couple of period got expanded to like a year, then 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, and more money kept getting pumped into this. So keep in mind, this is a game from 2005. I need you to remember this. This was a budget title that was made in 2005 that was only supposed to be live for like a couple of months. And it's going on like 20 years strong at this point. Because it's a captivating game, it's fun to play, but you could tell, it's old ass game, looks old. Looks like you could play this shit on your fucking browser. Right? And I say that to say this. DNF Duel, the fight against spin-off, looked way too good. They were really putting the Neopol / Arxis money to work, making that game look as good as possible. And while it does look good, even to this day, it looks really good, this creates a problem because it's not true to the experience of what DNF actually is. DNF Duel, and I say this again, aiding were the perfect people. I remember when I was playing this game on my shitty fucking computer back in 2010, being like, oh man, if Dungeon Fighter ever got a real fighting game, it should be made by aiding. Because aiding knows how to make a game on a budget. They know how to make really fun fighting games with a really small budget. And those games are fast and crazy, and they can do so much fucking shit. And I even said it should either be developed by either aiding or Arc System Works, because this is back when, Guilty Gear. I think this is around the era of the first version of Action Core. So 2D game, looks a bit jank, but mechanically dense, and characters are super cool and they can do all this rad shit. No, this is BlazBlue. This is BlazBlue era. So I was thinking oh damn, imagine if Dungeon Fighter came out and looked like fucking BlazBlue. It looked to play like BlazBlue. Oh, that'd be crazy, right? Because the thing I want to point out about Dungeon Fighter and the aesthetics of Dungeon Fighter and why I think Dungeon Fighter is a perfect is absolutely perfect for a fighting game, and it's that, or rather, why aiding was a perfect choice for it, despite what the game actually ended up being, is that the resources that went into making the character models and animations could have been spent towards making new characters and new features for the actual game. Dungeon Fighter DNF Duel should have been a game that looked like it released in 2015. Not even that. That's long. DNF Duel should have looked like a PS2 game. It should have looked like a PS2 game and had like 50 characters at launch. Because the big thing about Dungeon Fighter, if I go back to the actual website, I didn't save the website. So DNF DFO? Go back to DFO here. Character info, there we go. So, we're off the rip here. There's 17 characters here. You can see here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So here, there's 17 characters. Yeah. So here we have 17 characters. Dark Knight creator are kind of redundant, so they can be ignored for now. 17 characters here. But if I click here, let's see Slayer. Much like DNF Duel did a little bit, but this is the important part. Every character has 5 subclasses that radically change how the character functions on a base level. Now, the obvious exceptions. Now, Dark Knight doesn't count here because Dark Knight is different. Dark Knight is different and Creator different. So these two don't count. Creator basically uses like your actual mouse to control. So these two are different. But everyone else has like 4 or 5 subclasses. I think everyone has 5 at this point. No, Hitman only has 4. I think Lancer only has 4. Yeah, Lancer has 4. I think Knight has 5 now. No, Knight has 4. I think Thief has 5. Okay, but yeah. So at least 4, some have 5. So every character you see here, with the exception of these two, is actually like 4 or 5 other characters. And this is what I mean. So this...
Arroba Darrinroad 6924 Sedinoterwers they need to learn the kiss method.
They need to learn the kiss method? Not necessarily, because I would say that DNF Duel, as it is right now, is actually very kiss. It is quite simple in a lot of ways, but it's simple in the ways that I don't think benefit the game. If I was the planner of DNF Duel, I would cut the animations of every character by fucking half. The game would look like shit. What should I say? I don't remember if I actually... I don't remember if I actually said it on stream, but I said, when I was talking to some personal friends of mine, off stream, I said that DNF Duel should play like a dream and look like a nightmare, is what I said. DNF Duel should look like a goddamn 3DS game, but have like 80 characters. And it should have a mode where, a little side mode where you play a 2D brawler, where you get to beat up enemies and you get equips and weapons that change how your character moves, and you could like put together like and you could make your own custom moveset of all the skills of your subclass. Like, let's say if I pick female mage, right? I would be able to take my list of every single skill that all of these subclasses have and build my own fucked up version of the character. And I remember when DNF Duel came out and I was fucking seething because Grand Blue Fantasy Versus has something like that. Not to that extent, obviously, but there is like a story mode where it has like visual novel cutscenes that I don't really care about, but it's attached to like this side-scrolling beat-em-up mode where you get to fight enemy mobs, you get to build up your character and stuff, and you get to upgrade your weapon and shit. I'm like, that's what DNF should have fucking had. The problem is that DNF... The fighting game of DNF Duel does not accurately advertise why DNF is such a game that lasted for so long. The core of DNF is like the coolest characters ever doing the coolest shit ever, but also every character is like 5 other characters. It's like every character is like 5 flavors of characters. Like that was the big thing about DNF, is that we're the subclass system, and it's not accurately represented in the game. Yeah, sure. In DNF Duel you get Berserker. You get to play as Berserker, you get to play as a Berserker, or you get to play as a Ghostblade. But like, where's Ashura? Where's Soulbender? Where's Blameless? Sometimes I think about woman. Bevo, Choconnichi, bitch, how you doing? My game's frozen. Sometimes I also think about woman. Particularly, I think about Grappler Woman, and how Grappler Woman has an entire face heal mechanic. Like, although I will say this, early, although to be fair, characters for a long time were gender locked, but over time they started getting like male and female variants of every character. And the earliest ones, like Gunner here or like Fighter, they started off as like being pretty redundant, but over time became their own thing. Like, let's go for male here. Male grappler. You play as male grappler in DNF Duel. Not this version though. You play as this version here, right? And he's obviously going for like a judo kind of thing going on, right? Like more of a judo thing going on, as opposed to female grappler, who's more of a professional wrestler, right? And while these started off as being simply aesthetic things, they over time bled into gameplay. And so, with this version of female grappler, she's actually full-on, real-ass pro wrestler, to the point that she has a face heal mechanic that changes her moveset. Like, straight up changes her moveset. And she gets, like, she has a whole fucking squad. She has, like, a whole ass group of people that help her set up her big grabs. And that's not in the game. Well, she's not in the game. But like, if female grappler's in the game, she would have this shit. He should have this shit. Male grappler, his big gimmick that he has compared to female grappler is clinching. His big thing is clinches. He puts you in a clinch, puts knee, and he can do whatever you want. He puts knee strikes, he can toss you up, he can throw behind you. Like, his entire male grappler's entirely big thing is that he is clinching. And that's not accurately represented in the game itself. It's like, this is what I want. I want an M grappler to get you in a hold and then just ragdoll the opponent, because that's what he does in the actual game. But it's not in the fucking. It's not in the fucking fighting game. Female mage. I'm glad that female mage is actually in DNF Duel and that she has chasers and that they function similarly, not entirely accurate, but similarly to what they do in the game, where she hits you, it creates an orb, and from that orb she can use it to extend combos for block swing pressure. Really cool. But what I really wanted was Witch. I was dead certain that Witch would be in the game, because her entire thing is that she fucking flies. She flies, and she has like, she is the Faustian like random item character that is not being represented in the actual game itself.
@darrinrod6924 sedor experiment with other characters. Eres a mages chicantus magic soses a brawler. They accidentally make a monk.
Here's a maze that can't use magic, so she's a brawler that accidentally make a monk. Yeah, that character exists. The character already fucking exists. It's male priest. Male priest, which is the monk class. Although, if you want to be, yeah, this guy. It's this guy. This guy exists. Yeah, this is the magic character that doesn't use magic and just runs hands. Yes, this guy right here. I can't do magic, so I just punch really, really fucking hard. And I do like all the cool boxer shit you'd want from any character ever. He's got Dempsey rolls. He's got the fucking... He's got Dempsey rolls. He's got the Kenshiro 100 crack fist. He's got sway cancels. He's got dash and sway cancels. He's got a ton of Ippo shit. He's got so much Ippo shit. He's got the flicker jabs. He's got the Sendo smash. He's got he's got everything, dude. He's so much fun. He actually used to have more shit that they took out. This guy used to have Hurricane Upper. Like, straight up Joe Higashi's Hurricane Upper. He used to have that and they took it out. He used to have actually literally 100 crack fists, Hokuto no Ken, with the delayed explosion, and they took that out. Ugh. I think Crusader was the other one. Jesus Man? Yeah, Jesus Man. Although he doesn't use a giant crucifix as his weapon in this game, in that game he uses a big hammer. But make no mistake, in the actual game, his weapon of choice is a massive fucking crucifix. It's rad as hell. Exorcist here, which is more along the lines of like the Onmyoji. He summons who's a summoner character. He's pretty cool. Avenger, which is like Priest is quite amen. Yeah, no. Old version, before they redesigned him, you can see bits of it in like the first versions of these characters. Like, yeah, no, the first versions of the old version of Priest was literally just like, what if Jesus was just super fucking buff and sick of everybody's shit? Not in this one, because the Avengers, that's before that. Yeah, take a class, retool it something else. You know, they did that all the time. Make no mistake when I tell you that a lot of these advancements are just like entirely different characters. I think my favorite one is where is it? Gunner. So in DNF Duel you get oh. So here's the weird one, right? So here's the weird one, right? In DNF Duel, the Fighting Against spinoff, you actually have Launcher as the choice female gunner, but for some fucking reason, they gave her Spitfire's out. Not Spitfire. Was it Mechanic? Yeah, she's wearing the outfit of the Mechanic, but her gameplay style is Launcher, where she just has this full-on artillery, like anything, massive laser can't like my. Launcher's big thing is that she just has massive fucking guns. The like rail cannons, hand cannon, rail cannons, orbital strikes and shit. Like the biggest, heaviest weapons you got. Just at one after the other, just place them down and just fuck your whole shit up. And eventually she gets like she gets this. I forget what it's called. Like the thing where she just opens up the back and then just 5,000 missiles just come launching at you. It's pretty fun. Mechanic, her whole thing is that she summons robots. That's the big thing. Mechanic is robots. Robots, and then eventually she just gets in a fucking Gundam. She just builds a fucking Gundam. Spitfire is like elemental stuff. But for this one specifically, female Spitfire gets a jetpack and just flies around. That's her big thing. She gets a jetpack. She has air dashes. She's dropping grenades and just drop grenade. Fly over this side. Just a hailstorm of fucking Gatling gun is fucking nuts. I know. I've never paramedic. This one's new. Never played this one. I don't know if she does. I don't know if this one does. This one's new to me. But Ranger, this is my shit right here. So at first off, set it off as like, oh yeah, she's a cowgirl. She has revolvers and shit. But eventually she would get this. Eventually, she would get gunchucks. The big mechanic of the female ranger that the male ranger does not have. Male ranger goes all in on the cowboy shit. Female ranger is, I have these two revolvers with serrated blades attached, with serrated like bayonets attached to them, and they are chained together, and I swing my guns around like nunchucks. That's her big thing. It's like, fuck, I want that so bad in the actual DNF Duel proper. So her whole thing is throwing her fucking guns so that the blades get hooked into the enemy, drags them closer to you, and does melee shit. It's the coolest shit in the world. And they don't have that. God damn. It's a mess. I said it before, man. Like, DNF Duel should have like 40 characters and look like. Oh. God bless Calatina. And Jesus said, "No evil. Say no evil shall escape these grabs." See, unironically, that is what Monk character is. Weirdly enough, Jesus was a fighting character. There was at one point a Christian fighting game. Well, there is Fight of Gods. Jesus is a character in Fight of Gods. That's pretty cool. And he's fighting, and he... Hold up.
Arroba pigo de Snal said don't yell at me. I'm going to cry.
Hold up, Fight of Gods.
Arroba Darrinrod 6924 said BRB going to see if he can find its name.
I'm pretty sure there is a South Park fighting game that had Jesus as a character, but what comes to my mind immediately is Fight of Gods. Yeah, there we go. It's Fight of Gods. Made by Digital Crafter, or also made like Fight of Animal, Fight of Steel. But this is what I'm talking about. I don't want the character out there. I want the actual trailer for the game. Is this it?
Arroba pigo de Snal said Jesus Simope.
Game, please. Domo arigato, game.
Arroba pigo de Snal said Jesus Cold Water in Cine Window.
Another character trailer. God damn it. Alright, well here. There you go. Here's Jesus in Fight of Gods. Straight, he just comes down from the cross and starts running hands. It's rad as hell, dude. Yeah, no. Jesus is in a fighting game. He's in Fight of Gods, and he looks like this. He's rad as hell.
Arroba pigo de Snal said Dan. Arroba pigo de Snal said BRO.
Western game could never. I'm fucking insulted that there has never been an American developed, or even a Western developed fighting game where Jesus looks like this. Why can't
Arroba pigo de Snal said why is TTS?
Why TTS Latina? Because I thought it was funny. That's literally it.
Arroba Darrinrod 6924 said sweet.
I want a Western developed fighting game where Jesus looks like this and gets into a boxing match with Satan. Why can't I have this?
Arroba pigo de Snal said why can't Jesus be sexy in Bible? Arroba pigo de Snal said he want a Latina TTS to I'm jealous.
But yeah, this is the game. I have this. I don't remember if the online's any good, but I do have this, yeah. Jesus. Odin, Buddha, Guan Yu. I forget who this is. Anubis. Alright, Santa. I forgot Santa was in here. Santa's here. Yeah, fun stuff. It plays like all the other Digital Crafter games, so if you've ever played Fight of Animal or Fight of Steel, it plays same as that. But it's fun. It's a fun time. It's a fun little game. God, Jesus looks so fucking cool. God. Actually, hold up. DFO World Wiki. I wonder if it has the old design of Priest in here. Oh, buddy. So, generic Mill Priest. Ooh. So this is what generic Mill Priest looks like now. If you were just to play DFO right now, he would look like this. Which, good design. Really good design. I fuck with it a lot. But, in my heart, Priest still looks like this. This is what he used to look like. And I fuck with this heavy, bro. Look at this fucking guy. This is what my man's used to look like. I'm still kind of upset he doesn't look like this anymore. Or at least that there isn't an option to use this old design.
Arroba pigo de Snal said POV, you about to get ambushed so you pray to Jesus. Jesus from Battle of Gods comes down. Arroba Darrinroad 6924 set da de cockroach emoji king is throwing hands.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I wish Priest still looked like this, man. Yeah, but this is the old design. It kicks so much ass, dude. Yeah, and this one. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, this art's so fucking cool, too.
Arroba Pigo de Snal set bro de cockcross.
Yeah, the fucking cross-shaped, the fucking cross-shaped, yeah, no, it's good. Good. I miss this design. I miss it every day.
6924 said now this is how you promote a religion.
Yeah, exactly! How come Christians don't do cool shit like this? If you made a fucking Christian game and Jesus looked like fucking... No, hold on. Go back. This one. I like this one with the cross. If Jesus looked like this, I would convert if Jesus was drawn like this. This is the coolest shit in the world, bro. Ugh. You know, I probably shouldn't say it, because it's never going to come to anything. But there was an idea I had bubbling in my head for like about a couple of months now, where like, okay, so imagine like a shooting game, right? Not first person, but more like gallery shooter, you know, like Wild Guns, or like, yeah, like a Wild Guns game, right? Where you play as a nun, right? Going through, I don't know, fucking Mexico or whatever. And like you play as a nun, right? You know, classic. And the nun is obviously doing like, you know, equilibrium style gun fu, because that's cool as hell, right? And you're fighting like, and she's shooting like hellspawn and whatever, right? But on your way to literally kill Satan. But as you clear through stages, you can rest at inns and stuff. And there is a hidden, I forget what I actually called it. I think it was Graces or something. But as you clear through levels and you rest up at inns to recover your health and stuff, there is a hidden meter where you can have points deducted for not, I forget what it's called, for like things that are like, if you don't adhere to the Bible's teachings, you get docked points and you get corrupted. And you know, obviously the larger the infraction, the more points get deducted. And there's some things like, oh yeah, if you like, what was it, like if you eat meat, like if you're not a you know, you could choose to not be pescatarian and eat meat, and you get docked like, you know, like 1 point every time you decide to eat like steak or something because it's not pescatarian. Like you get docked 1 point, but it's like, oh, if you shoot, but also like in the course of like the action stage, like if you like, oh, one of them is a church, but if you mess up the church, you get docked more points because you're desecrating the house of the Lord and stuff like that. Like reminds me of the Blue Lagoon chick. Oh shit, hold on. Reminds me of the Blue Lagoon chick. Oh god, hold up. Is my stream fucked? Let me check. No, it looks fine. Hold up a second. Have you been hit with the stream health? Stream is healthy? Okay, never mind. Okay. I was worried that the stream was fucked. But dude, this guy looks cool. Not gonna lie, this guy looks cool. But this fucking guy, I want to play as this guy. What was I talking about before this? Anyway, DNF Duel looks really good, which sucks. It should look way worse and have a roster of like 50 characters and have a brawling a side-scrolling brawler spin-off mode. Speaking of side-scrolling brawlers, actually, I had it somewhere. Hold up. So City Connect. I don't think any of you know. So City Connect, which recently, air quotes, put out a remake of well, not a kind of a remake, kind of a sequel to the Rushing Beat series, aka Brawl Brothers, aka Tough. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember the timeline here. Because in Japan it's called Rushing Beat, but there was this trilogy of SNES beat 'em ups called Rushing Beat, but in America they each game had a different title, and there was no indication that it was actually an ongoing series. I'm trying to remember. Brawl Brothers was one. I think the other ones were Tough Turf and no, Rival Turf. Rival Turf. It was Brawl Brothers, Rival Turf, and I don't remember the third one. Hold up. Okay, hold up. Rushing Beat series. Because I know there's Rushing Beat Run, and Rushing Beat Shura. Rival Turf, Brawl Brothers, and Peacekeepers. That was the last one, Peacekeepers. So anyway, CD Connect made this big revival, sequel, whatever, called Rushing Beat X. Plays good. Looks jank as fuck, and I even said back then when I was talking with a friend of mine back when the initial trailer came out that, oh yeah, this game looks like ass. I just said it earlier. Plays like a dream, looks like a nightmare. Where is it? Let me see if I can find the original trailer. 2026? No, old one. 2024. Here we go. TGS, the TGS trailer. This trailer looks like rancid ass, but trust me when I say, plays pretty good. Plays good. Looks rough as hell though. There we go. Rushing Beat X. Yeah, here we go. As you can see here, game looks rough. It looks real rough. But trust me when I say, plays good. It plays good. Plays like a dream, looks like a nightmare. I'm coining that. That obviously doesn't matter. But yeah, no. And me and my friend both said, yeah, no, this game looks bad, but it looks like it plays good. And we were right. It clearly did not have a lot of money, but trust me when I say it plays nice. So, Rushing Beat X. Using a Japanese title, actually. I'm glad that it's using a Japanese title of Rushing Beat and not making up some new shit. But yeah, Rushing Beat X, Return of Brawl Brothers, right? So, City Connection, back at it again by, I saved it. Yeah, here we go. So, City Connection, who brought back Rushing Beat, are working again to bring back Dramatic pause. Onegai. Dramatic pause. To bring back Ninja Baseball Batman. Although it's been renamed to Ninja Baseball League Man for some reason. I don't know why the name was changed. But yeah, City Connection is bringing back Ninja Baseball Batman. I will say I have never actually played Ninja Baseball Batman. It's one of those games that has been on my list forever, but I never actually got around to it. But now with this out, I'm gonna have to play both now. Because the game always looked cool, but it looked like it didn't play all that well. But I remember being shockingly surprised by Undercover Cops when I played that, so maybe this will play really good. New character, by the way. I've also never played Basis Loaded, so this pop-off is something I don't really understand. I can't tell if that's supposed to be December or October. I can't tell if this is supposed to be December or October. But I should have it. But yeah, looks cool. I have no nostalgia for Jellicoe, so I don't know if this game's going to be good. I have no nostalgia for Super Baseball Batman and Bases Loaded, but the game looks good. Even if it does have that minor thing that I really don't like modern games doing, which is like it has this really soft, rim lighting on sprites that make the sprites look fuzzy. I don't like that. Like you can see it here, like how this one in the middle is brighter than this one on the left and right, because it makes the character look not exposed. That's the wrong term for it. Like this, like really soft bloom lighting on these sprites that already have lighting in this. It just looks. I think it just looks bad. If you're gonna have that kind of lighting for your sprites, you have to. I feel like you'd have to actually just design the entire sprite around that. You'd have to create like a variable. You'd have to like have variable shading for all the character sprites in order for that to work. Or not have it be pixels. Or not have it be pixels is the other one. But yeah, Ninja Baseball Batman is coming back with a new title, probably due to licensing issues or something like that. I don't know. But looks neat. Cheerleader here is a new character. I don't know what her deal is. But, and it has, 4-player co-op? Does Ninja Baseball Batman have 4-player co-op? Ninja Baseball Batman. Long play arcade. 4 players? Was that part of the original? Was that part of the original? Apparently, yes. That doesn't fit with confidence, by the way. I know people have a lot of nostalgia for the TMNT arcade games. Or really Konami's, like the old Konami beat 'em ups in general, but like, that's not me, man. I don't like how they play. You know, Ninja Baseball Batman was always a game I thought looked fun. At least, like, it looks good. Like, aesthetically, on point. But in terms of its gameplay, never played it, but I always felt that the game looked like it didn't play all that well, so I never actually ended up playing it. But I now have an excuse to play Ninja Baseball Batman, so we'll see. I'll have to schedule that with some other people on not Fightcade, because I don't think. I'll have to see if I can schedule that. Because it would not be on Fightcade, because Fightcade only allows 2 people, so it'd probably have to be through like MAME or something. Or like Retro Arch or something. Probably Retro Arch would be the easiest way to do it. But I also feel like the connection would be really fucked up on that. Okay, so enough of that. I guess I can talk about Duck King a little bit. Actually, hold up. Alright. Because of the design of the Duck King that they gave him, I'm going to assume that his theme is a remix of the one from Fatal Fury Special. That ba 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 ba. I'm assuming it's that. Because Fatal Fury Special is the one that all the Japanese people, all the Japanese old heads really like. So it would be no surprise if that's what they go for. Yup. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I was right. It is that one. Okay. Not live. Hideo. What the shit? Yeah, sure. Okay, character breakdown? I don't care about that. Just show me the trailer. Duck King! Ba 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 ba. And there's Peachon! looking like a stuffed animal. I don't like how Pichon looks in this game. It's supposed to be a tiny little chick, but this looks like a mascot. Like an actual, like, mascot in a suit person. But small. I don't like it. Ducking! Okay, so. Immediately. Let me pull this off. Let me pull this separate web page off screen. Wait, what if I do this? Actually, I'm fucking stupid. Let me just make a new tab. New side tab. Add a split view. Hey, there we go. Nice. If I split TFG, does that bring up what I want? Or do I have to actually... No, it doesn't. Okay. The Fighters Generation. Okay, so before we begin, I like to point out that Duck King is a character that has also been missing for a long time. Because his entire thing is that he's a b-boy. Although he's a b-boy, he does a lot of breakdancing, which requires a lot of time to animate. Especially in 2D. So because of his incredibly complex animations, he kind of got shafted for a long time. Despite being a really relatively popular character in SNK games. The last game Duck King was in was King of Fighters 11, which I think is 2006? 2007? Hold up. I'm sorry. Duck King! KOF 11. Here we go. When did King 11? When am I looking at? 2005! I overshot it! Yeah, King of Fighters 11. Okay, to be fair, I don't think he was... No, actually, if I remember correctly... Wait, was he part of the arcade game? Hold on, let me check. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he was in the arcade version. Yeah, Duck King has been missing since 2005. So, keep that in mind, by the way. Obviously, his design is based off of Fatal Fury Special. Yeah, this one right here. This version right here. Even though his mohawk is blue, even though the tip of his mohawk is blue, which was in later games. But there are bits and pieces of his, like, okay, so Duck King has like 3 major designs, although it's really 2, because even though he had a different design, his design changes a lot. Like his original design here in Fatal Fury 1, this one never got brought back in any way, shape, or form. With the fucking suspenders and the parachute pants and the fucking pick. Yeah, this one was a page one rewrite. This version of Duck King never got brought back. Like, they kept some elements of it, like, you know, the hair, the circular glasses, the earrings. So some elements of it were kept, but overall, this version of Duck King never got brought back. And then Duck King was in Fatal Fury 1 as an enemy character. He was missing in Fatal Fury 2, and then in Fatal Fury Special, he was brought back with this design. This one's better. This one's better. This is good. He was brought back with this design. Orange hoodie. Well, actually, wait. This one's missing some elements, actually. But this is the basic idea. But I went with the other one because it's more accurate to the game. But now I can't fucking find it. I can't find it. Alright, this one from fucking Wild Ambition. Like, holy shit. You wanna talk? This is the most 90s looking shit I've ever fucking seen. I kinda love it. Although Duck King was only in the the console version of Wild Ambition. He was not in the arcade version. So I don't know how they changed his moveset in that one, honestly. But go back to this image here. So this is the version of Duck King that has the most nostalgia for the old Japanese old heads that would be playing City of the Wolves. So obviously it's the one that was chosen. And there are elements of here that were used in later versions of Duck King's design. This is actually, honestly, while it has the silhouette of Fatal Fury Special Duck King, the silhouette is Fatal Fury Special. But paying close attention to the colors, there's a little bit here that's actually reminiscent of his design in Real Bout, where they go more of like a... Well, this one is more like a B-boy, a little bit more DJ. And then for this one in Real Bout, goes for more like a raver. It's not as... this one is probably the best one, honestly. This one combines like the design of Real Bout with the colors of Fatal Fury Special, which I kind of like, although I like the other one. I like the black and yellow color scheme more, but this one is probably the best example. Like, he's got the fucking Jinko jeans. Oh, buddy. The fact that this version of Duck King does not have the Jinko jeans is immediately a downgrade. Maybe they felt the Jinko jeans were too 90s, I don't know, but like, to me, Duck King should be wearing Jinko jeans. But back to my point. They do go for like, I guess I can go for the 11 design here, which is basically Real Bout, not Real Bout, which is basically Real Bout. So it goes for, instead of orange and blue, it goes for more yellow and black. So he's got black pants, which is probably the only real thing kept. Black pants, yellow socks, which is also provided from this. Yeah, but it's... but anyway, Duck King's design is taking like a lot of elements from different parts of Duck King's outfit and combining them into one seemingly cohesive thing. I will say I prefer the black and yellow color scheme to the orange and blue, specifically. But it's not a bad design. It's not a bad design at all. One thing that I will say though is, well, I mean, I can edit the colors, so I don't care much about that. But go here to this. A part of me, I was gonna say something and I completely forgot what it was. It just fell out of my fucking brain. I forgot what I wanted to say. Anyway, Duck King, in terms of his gameplay style, so here's what I'm going to find interesting, because I haven't actually seen gameplay footage of it. Duck King is a very weird character to match his weird persona. Duck King, on a basic level, is like Blanca. He's got the cannonball roll that goes across the screen, and he has like a lot of air shenanigans. Like, Duck King is not a combo character. He's honestly very neutral focused. I mean, yes, he does have like jab jab into break spiral, which is like fucking sick. But so imagine so take Blanca. What do you think about Blanca? The big rolls, the big pokes, lots of air shenanigans. But give him a command grab, and that basically is Duck King. Duck King revolves around a lot of misdirections. Like, that's the big thing. A lot of misdirection, a lot of like attacks from weird angles. He's not a straight focused combo character, and this is the problem that City of the Wolves has. To be fair, it is a modern fighting game problem where a lot of characters just have a combo, like a big cash out combo route. No matter what playstyle the character initially had, you need to give them this straightforward I do button into meter dump into super as a game ending sequence. And that sucks. And Duck King is obviously going to have that because that is how City of the Wolves works on a fundamental systems level. But I do hope that Duck King remains a bit of a neutral character. He probably won't, but we'll see. Let's see. Let's see what he got. I will say that I didn't play a lot of Duck King. And Duck King as a character is kind of unpopular on the tournament scene unless he's really strong. And even when he's not really strong, he could still mix you up like fucking crazy because he's such an unorthodox character. But all I really care about is I want Break Spiral to be a command grab super. That's all I want. I do not want Break Spiral to be a combo super. I want it to be an actual fucking command grab. That's all I want. Is that normal? I will say this, I am not intimately familiar with Duck King's moveset. So, this is going to be a surprise to as much as you as it is to me. I do know that he used to have an air stall, but I highly doubt that's in the game. Alright, this dust cloud. This dust cloud right here makes me think that this is some sort of stance with a low follow-up. Bam! What the hell is that? So, 1, 2. These look like moves. These don't look like chains. These look like normal. So that's a normal hitting move. Looks like, reminds me of Salvatore actually. That 2 hit. Into low. Into. Maybe that's a Rekka. Into this. Oh! This idle stance. That idle stance right here, that's 1,000,000% Fatal Fury special. I was hoping they would do. Where's the idol that I want? Oh, cool. Yeah, right here. Like, obviously, this is the idol that they're going for. It makes sense, but it's not the one I would have picked, honestly. Ugh. Okay, listen. If I'm going to be honest, I would have went with this one. I would have went with this idol animation. Woo! Woo! Duck King is just vibes. I love Duck King's vibes. I forgot about this. Although I will say this. 11. His 11 idol is not all that bad either. Although they had to desaturate his colors a bit. Like, overall, I do still think that this is the best Duck King design, even if they had to desaturate his colors. I even would have been fine with this one, honestly. It doesn't have as much motions, but this is like the post KO version of it, so that actually I quite like this design too. The Rasta actually Duck King looks alright with Rasta colors actually. The green, black, that's green little splash of red. Doesn't look too bad. Anyway, back to this shit. Okay, I'm taking a shot here. I think this might be a super where you have to time the hits, like DJ in Street Fighter 6 actually, where he has a Ranbu super, but you have to manually time each hit on beat to do more damage. Well, actually, to finish the fucking super. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that in concept. But in terms of SNK games, having a Ranbu where you have to manually time each hit is something that I so heavily associate with Raging Storm and Geese Howard. I don't know how to feel about Duck King having his own version of it. I'm not against it, because I do like when SNK does experiment with Ranbu supers, but you know what? It works with Duck King. I'm alright with it. Okay, I got what I wanted. Break Spiral is a normal command grab super. I'm so happy that it's not a combo super. Break Spiral. Yeah! Yeah! I love Break Spiral. Although I will say, not quite a fan of how it's animated in this one. It's not bad, but the thing that I really like about how Break Spiral was animated in the old games is that... Okay. So the way the enemy gets caught up in Break Spiral in this one is kind of like... I mean, the idea is that it's like getting hit by a fan, where you get bounces up then, but it's more focused around the center. Where in Break Spiral in the old games, you get, like, the opponent gets dragged along the edges of the character. Like, you get the feeling that Duck King is physically dragging the opponent with his feet as he's doing the as he's doing his little as he's doing his windmill. I mean, it's fine. Oh, they even got his little insignia on the back. That's nice. Why does he look like Bart Simpson? Why does he look like Bart Simpson? What the fuck? In the back. Oh, you have to do manually time it. You follow a beat and you get a shitty ending. With no Oki. In a circle of time, undecided, fate is irrelevant, yeah. I don't like that Break Spiral is part of his level, as part of his hitting gear. I figured they would just give him something unique for his hitting gear, but having super ultra Break Spiral is cool, I guess. God! Oh, chain reaction is so good. The hottest banger of 2004, I tell you, man. Fate is irrelevant, yeah. In our hearts and our veins, starting a chain reaction they can't contain.
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
Okay, I will say this. I normally shit on English voice acting, and I will continue to do so. Who's the guy they get for? Who they get for Duck King? Cedric Williams. I will say Cedric Williams does a good job doing Duck King's voice, because Duck King has a really particular voice. It's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, he's got a really fucked voice. So he does try. He doesn't get 100%, but he does try, and I fuck with that. He's like 80% there.
Fatal Fury,
City of the Wolves. He does an alright job. He does an alright job. I will give him that. I forgot Loudcorn was alright. Okay, now I'm going to Memories of Stray Wolves. So I said, Duck King does get pretty drastic redesigns every time he shows up on screen. And while I understand why his playable appearance in City of the Wolves is based heavily on Fatal Fury Special, because obviously that's the one that a lot of people have nostalgia for, it is important to remember that this Memories of Stray Wolves OVA takes place during the time period of Garo, which is a time skip. And Duck King looks like this in that OVA. Is there a full body shot of Duck King in this? I don't remember. I don't think so. And here's Richard Meyer with a full ass fucking beard. Looks like Looks like Jeffrey, actually. Looks like Jeffrey McWild. Jesus Christ. There's this other shot, but that's not full body. Yeah, so I'll go back to this one here. Yeah, so in Memories of Stray Wolves, which is, you know, take place during Garo. So keep in mind that in Garo, Duck King is supposed to look like this. The guy that, this dude, I mean, look, so Duck King has always been on some shit. This guy looks like he sells acid to the local teenagers. He looks like a beach bum that sells acid to the local teenagers during spring break. Which, you know, very accurate. This man's been on some fucking bath salts, all right? So again, I understand why, for the sake of nostalgia, you would have his design look like it does in Fatal Fury Special. Makes sense. In terms of marketing the character, makes sense. But in terms of being accurate to the character, Duck King should look like this. And I pray that there will be a mod, because SNK is not going to fucking do it, but I pray that there will be a mod that makes Duck King look like this. The way that he should look in Garo. In the Garo post time skip. Also, just want to point out, I've done it before, but also, Mary, Blue Mary looks like this. Actually, there's another one, isn't there? Where she's on the bike. Isn't there another one where she's on the bike? Yeah, here we go. That was super close. Yeah, here we go. Good old MILF Mary. Yeah, and Blue Mary's supposed to look like this in City of the Wolves. Like, although Blue Mary got a drastic redesign, but like she's supposed to look like this, with the longer hair and the fucking red jacket. Good, like MILF Mary. Like, she should look like this. I don't. Where is it? Where's the other one? Where is it? I lost it. There we go. I wish Mary looked like this, man. They just say, like, which is, although I do want to know, like, I do want to know what the fuck they were thinking when they were making Blue Mary's design in City of the Wolves. It's so weird. Well, okay, it's not weird. It's kind of, she looks kind of like a sheriff, which is kind of neat, but like, I don't really understand the impetus of it because it's different. It's quite different than it's quite different than what she usually looks like. Yeah, I'll start here, right? Shorter hair. Really, really short hair with the undercut. I don't know why that's there. The jacket. Okay, so cropped jacket, but it's also like oversized, but also like cropped jacket. Skinny jeans. Let's go back here. Skinny jeans, riding gloves. The half top has like this zipper on it for some reason. Go back to. Can I get a full body shot? Yeah, and her second belt that's supposed to be around her, the dangling belt, the secondary belt, has like this pouch on it a friend with like with these tassels, cowboy skinny jeans that go into cowboy boots. Like, I don't understand where this design came from. I mean, I guess they wanted to make her look more quote unquote Western, but like, I don't think it's ever been established where Blue Mary is actually from. As far as I can tell, she's from Southtown like everybody else, and Southtown is specifically like, Southtown is meant to be like anime Florida, and this is more like an anime Texas look. I don't get it. Like, this would be a good design for a new character, but Blue Mary's not a new character. But this design is like, I don't understand what they're going for here. Like, okay, like I'm willing to give the jacket a pass because the way the jacket frames her torso, I kind of get it because this is what the jacket looks like, or rather, this is around what the jacket looks like in the concept art for Fatal Fury 3. Because it's meant to be like, oh yeah, this is like the jacket of her actual dead boyfriend Butch, who died and gave her this jacket. So I'm guessing that's what they're going for, like because this is around what it looked like proportionally in like the art of Fatal Fury 3. I get that. I understand that. The tight jeans I don't get. Blue Mary never wore tight jeans. She always wore like loose jeans. And she always wore like combat boots. So I don't understand what they're going for here. Like, I guess if I had to guess, they probably gave her the really tight jeans because she does like a lot of submission holds, and they didn't want clipping, if I had to guess. So that when Blue Mary's doing her big submission holds, they didn't want to have clipping with the character models while she's wearing these tight jeans. I'm guessing that's why they did it. But that also doesn't make sense because she wears like baggy pants in KOF 14 and 15, where she also has these same submission holds. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know. There's just a lot of there are enough changes to this design for Blue Mary that it just makes it off. Like I would even be fine with the tight jeans if it wasn't for the cowboy boots. But I guess it completes the look with the pouch and the tassels. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's not a bad design. It's just odd. Odd in ways I don't like, considering that there have been multiple... I mean, the big one is Memories of Stray Wolves, but there have been, like, multiple Blue Mary designs. And including the Memory for Stray Wolves design, where it's like, yeah, no, this is what she looks in the future. And they decided to not go with that and go for a drastically different, almost complete opposite of what was shown in Memories of Stray Wolves, and I don't understand why they did it. I wonder if there's an interview about it that talks about it, but I don't know. Okay, alright, get rid of that. Get rid of this. Go back to my bookmarks. Anything else I wanted to talk about? Okay, Marvel 3 rollback. Talked about that. Fighting game that I... Fighting game. Oh! So this also happened. I didn't look too much into it, so I don't know what this means, but So SNK SNK is fucking dissolved. SNK is gone. So SNK is fucking dead. They have dissolved, and I'm assuming all of their shit has been transferred to the Saudi company that owns the company that owns the company that owns SNK anyway. So what I can imagine is going to happen is City of the Wolves is going to finish up its year 2 DLC, and like maybe potentially eke out King of Fighters 16. Maybe Capcom will be able to give them an IV drip, an IV drip cash injection with CVS 3, Capcom versus SNK 3, and we'll see where that goes. And then SNK is gonna fucking dissolve, like entirely, completely shut down. And fuck, man. Like, maybe they'll, like, just fucking dump whatever they had working for Art of Fighting, whatever Art of Fighting project they're working on, that presumably was not Art of Fighting 3R, because they were talking big about a new game in the series, so maybe they'll just, like, dump whatever's there, just to get any amount of money. And whatever Samurai Shodown game they're working on, that's in the bin. That's in the bin. Never even got a logo for that one. It sucks, man. SNK, the story of SNK is the story of struggle. Okay, what else do I have here? Okay, Windjammers! There's a mod for Windjammers. I have no idea what it does. I didn't watch it late. What does this do? Difficulty, round duration, set points. Ugh! Oh, it lets you play the mini games. That's pretty cool. Dog distance and disc bowling. These are mini games that are in the when you play through the arcade ladder. And this one, this lets you play them normally through the ROM. That's pretty cool. I remember that the re-release, or rather the re-release, the modern re-release of Windjammers also let you do that. I put way more time than I should have into the bowling mini game. It's really fun. So what else does it do? Does it have random select for stage? Excellent. Bow, bow.
Round 1.
Endless breeze. Okay, I see. So it allows you to change like the game settings, round duration, points, and difficulty without actually going into the dip split settings. Like without having okay, that's really convenient. So it lets you do all this stuff without actually having to go to the dip split settings and fight through. So that's pretty nice. You also get to play the mini games. I'm hoping stage random select is also added for a versus game. That'd be really nice. Tim Curry, whatever. Let's see what else here. Oh yeah, I wanted to show this. All right, I wanted to show this to Malone. The Topa dating sim Topa. I forgot to show this to Malone. That's why I have this one bookmarked. Oh, this one. Somebody. I guess I could show this here. Somebody is making a co-op mod for Metal Gear Solid 1. That's pretty cool. I don't care that much, but that's pretty fucking rad. Turn this down. My question is, are they going to change enemy layouts? Or, I feel like in order to make this worth it past the novelty, they'd have to change enemy layouts. Or at least change the density of enemy density, because, you know, it's a one-player game, and it's built around being a one-player game. Do 1P and 2P share the same inventory? Like, how will this work? Well, this is pretty cool. This is rad. Hey, there's no footprints. What's up with that? Where are the footprints? Game, where are the footprints? That's fine. Like that section is literally the only place where the footprints actually matter, so I'm fine with them not being there. Ba 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 ba. Oh god, I'm not thinking of the boss fights with this, man. Vulcan Raven. Okay, really, a lot of like, how the fuck are you gonna do this boss fight with fucking Liquid Snake? How's that gonna work? That platform can barely hold the two of you. How are you gonna have a 2v1 against Liquid Snake? Oh yeah. Ocelot gets cheesed. Vulcan Raven gets fucking cheesed. Okay, like, sure, very cool. I can't think of a reason why you would want to do that. Why the hell would you want to co-op MGS1? But it's for somebody, I guess. So there's that. Get rid of that. I should copy this and leave them alone. Oh yeah, this was something. I thought it was funny. I'll just like that. Get rid of that. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, this fucking bullshit. The intro to Comic Zone, but with Mortal Kombat Mythology sprites. Should do that. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, Elder Gods. Classic. Wait, what did you pick up? I wasn't paying attention. What did you pick up? Green switch.
Oh man.
obviously it's not real. It's a fake game. It's a fake trailer for a fake game, but that's good. That gives me the dopamine real nice. Okay. I forgot about this. Fucking panty and stocking Tenga. I was like, I'm not buying this, but holy shit. I mean, yeah, this is fine, but it should have been just a panty Tenga. Just for the fucking biblically accurate pussy Tenga. Alright, that's okay. Hey, what's this? Alright, I wanted to look into this. Because people still make mods for PSP. This one's for reading manga on PSP, which means I could read manga on my Vita. I haven't actually looked into it because I forgot about it. But I wonder if this also works for webcomics. Well, I'll worry about that later. But yeah, a mod to read manga on PSP. It's pretty fucking cool. And if I could do it on PSP, it means I could do it on my Vita. So I've been looking a bit more into Vita mods because I put so much time into my fucking Vita this year. Fighting Super Smash Flash. Never played this, by the way.
One Tourney Edition. This is Super Smash Flash 1, 20 years ago in 2006. Notice how the camera only follows player 1? So I went in the code and created Super Smash Flash 1 Tourney Edition. I modded in a Smash Bros camera that will move and follow both players and zoom out when they're far apart. This means we can run Super Smash Flash 1 tournaments. So if you want to play with your friends on Parsec, or if you just want to play locally against CPUs in a better Smash Bros format, the download link is below. This is Super...
Yeah, so Super Smash Flash, I never actually played, by the way. I was not interested in Super Smash Brothers, but I did hear whispers on the digital grapevine about Super Smash Flash and how good it was, but I didn't care because it wasn't a traditional fighting game, and the animosity that normal fighting game players had against Smash was a lot stronger back then because we were all shithead teenagers. It's kind of mellowed out. Kind of mellowed out. Throughout the years. Not everybody hates Smash for different, more justifiable reasons. But yeah, Super Smash Flash, I remember that being a really big thing that I didn't care about because it wasn't a regular fighting game. But it's good to see that Super Smash Flash is getting a really good update to make it more tournament viable, and I can't wait to see Super Smash Flash tournaments. That'd be cool as hell. Even if it's something that I'm still not all that interested in. Although I do remember that there was another. I mean, there are many of these, but there was like another big Super Smash Flash project that I remember seeing in part of the Kasuge Advent Calendar, but I don't remember which one. But I do remember it being relatively recent. This is a RPG Maker. 2D fighting maker game that I was interested in looking at. Loud! 2D fighting maker game that I was interested in looking at that I never actually looked at. But this one's... If I can find this, it's being added to the list. It's being added to the wheel. But I haven't added it to the wheel yet, so that's for later. I believe this is the Toho Castlevania. One of many, I'm sure. But that was a reminder for me to look up this game later. Yeah, this is something I wanted to show to Tila. Because I know that Tila likes Battle Network. And I wanted to see if Tila would be interested in something like this. Maybe, I don't know. Looks cool. Not really my thing though. Holy audio mixing, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but that looks cool. Yeah, SK Dissolve. Yeah, that. Topa game I need to show. This one was... This one? Alright, voice stuff. I'm assuming it's by a lot of padding, but I don't know what it is. I don't remember what this is. I don't... Bunta? I might know what this is. Hold up. Never mind, I don't know what this is. I mean, I can show off a little bit of it, it's fine. Just not the final part. Yeah, pretty honestly generic side-scrolling dark fantasy action game. These are like a dime a dozen when it comes to DL side games. This one looks alright. Not all that interested in it, but it's alright. Alright, that's why I stopped caring. Because I saw the dodge roll. I saw the soul slap dodge roll and I'm like, okay, yeah, no, my interest is gone. But it might be a good game, I don't know. Windjammers, I'll keep that one out. Right, fuck, I forgot about this one. I'll get that later, hold on. Yeah, fucking 2D Zelda MMO thing that I... There is no way this is still up. There is no way this is still up. Scramble Knights. There is no way this is still up. When does it stop? Here we go. Around a month. Oh wait, it is still up. Okay, so that's some friend slap I could force feed to the server. That's some good old friend slap I could force feed to the server. It's good to know, because that's if it's still up after like a month or two. This one was cute. I literally only bookmarked this one because Pippa did, but it had to say retard on it. It's kind of funny. All right, this. So, context. This is Touki Densho Angel Eyes. This is a game developed by Tecmo. But right before they made Dead or Alive, they made this. This game is fucked up in a lot of ways. But in the funniest way, this game has reverse combo scaling. So every hit does the same or more damage than the previous hit. Which means you can kill in a single... It means if you're fast enough, you can kill in a single combo. It's really dumb. It's really fun. However, I'm bringing this up because recently, Touki Densho Angel Eyes, bracket, the PlayStation port, close bracket, has been re-released. The arcade version was re-released beforehand, but the PlayStation port, which adds more characters and has a proper story mode, recently got re-released as a separate download, as a separate product. So that's something. And people, some old heads are fucking around with it. Miyazaki desu, my king, my goat, my... Okay, I don't play... Okay. I do play Asuka, but I do not play the cheerleader girl. I do not play Megumi. But if I did play Megumi, I would aspire to be like Miyazaki. Miyazaki's cool. What's this? Oh yeah, AutoSprite shit that I was just kind of looking at. I don't know if I'm ever actually going to use it. But every now and then I see some AI slap me like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And I just keep that in mind. Stream schedule for CEO. That already went. Alright, this. If you want to talk about audience capture, dude. If you want to talk about goddamn marketing. Fucking Dragon Ball themed Chuck Taylors. And it genuinely pains me to say, damn, some of these look pretty fucking good. Some of these look pretty fucking good, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to buy them. I am not going to buy them. I will not live up to this. I will not be that much of a stereotype, but I'll be goddamn if I don't say, yo, some of these look pretty fucking good. So there's that. I don't even remember why I have this. I don't care. Ikiman, I want to look at that later. What's this? Alright, back to this. Alright, this thing. I'm sure playing fucking soccer and power. I'm
Someone who wants to stop my... Oh, yeah.
Shut up. I'm fairly certain that if I were to talk to Elf about this, I'm pretty sure that Elf has already done this. But I could show this. I remember bookmarking this so I could show it to Elf. So there's that. Some cool ass art. The hell is this? I don't remember bookmarking this, but this looks pretty cool. Pixel art stuff. Psyop anime. I forget what this was. A new fighting game to keep tabs on. Creature Lab 2. I think this was something I put in Malone server. I'm not gonna play it, but he might like that. Beyblade game. People playing DNF Duel and remembering that this game is a fucked up game for weirdos. I love that. The Japanese Zelda commercial with the dancing, with the dance fucking number. Dead. Yeah, sure, I'll play it. Man. Thriller, huh? Dead. Man, flows are so fucking cool. Do it! No, play. I still don't know why it's called Legend of Zelda when Zelda's not the character you play. What was this? FGC Balacho, the fuck? Alright, now you're getting shit. Right, SFI Mysterious Mod, I forgot about. Wait, I remember I wanted to check. When did this come out? Not the video, but like, what is this? 2 months ago. 2 months ago! Okay, so SFC Mysterious Mod. Okay, so context. Street Fighter V sucked ass. So people, I mean, that's really it. Street Fighter V sucked ass when it first came out. It slowly, over time, became a decent game. You could argue whether or not it became good, but it became decent. However, people were making goofy gameplay mods for the game. Around the end of Street Fighter 4's life was also around when people started making just bum ass fucking gameplay mods for that, just making it absolutely fucked, making basically Street Fighter 4 Rainbow Edition shit. And that's basically what happened with Street Fighter V. People made gameplay mods, and then Mysterious Mod came out and make the game super hyper crazy anime shit. Happened with Gramp. Like basically, these things keep happening where people do not like how stiff and how, what's a good term that I could use here? My mind is stuck on preactive. I don't even think that's a word. Anyway, a lot of people in the fighting game space that have been playing fighting games for a long time are kind of fed up with how rigid a lot of fighting games are in a modern sense. I honestly think it has to do with being captured by being fucking slaves to frame data, but you know, we don't talk about that. But basically, in a lot of modern fighting games, the way that your character plays, there's no variety in how a character is played anymore. A character is designed around doing one thing, and your character does that one thing. And if you want to do that one thing, you play this character which does that one thing. Whereas old games would just give you a list of moves and tell you to figure it out. Obviously, characters would be, leaning towards specific playstyles, but generally, you would be given, here's a list of tools that your character has. They're themed around this playstyle, but they're generally themed around this playstyle, but you can, with some creativity, you can use them in other ways. But basically, here's character, here's your tool list, figure it out. Whereas in a modern game, it's like, here's your character, here's what your character is supposed to do, and if you don't do that, you're fucking stupid. Play this character in this specific way, or you're not going to enjoy or win with this character. Right? And some are more complex than others, but that's the general idea of how things are now. And people tend to make gameplay mods to just turn off limiters. And while that's fun for novelty, they all kind of go in the exact opposite direction of like, yeah, this character has too much shit, and all of it is only serves to make combos huge. That's really it. I turned off the limiters. What do you get? You get a character that can do like 5-minute long combos that does like 20% life, and it's cool for you because you want to do combo shit, but it's not interactive at all, and it's a balancing act. You want to give the offensive player, enough tools to do cool, fun stuff, but you also don't want to have it be where the opponent who is getting hit by it is in like a minute-long combo and can't get out of it. Or at the very least has to just hope that the offensive character just fucks up the combo. It's a problem that I don't think fighting games will ever truly be free of. Because some fighting games just let you get out of the combo. There's just a mechanic to just get out of the combo, like Killer Instinct's combo breaker mechanic, or Melty Blood has a thing where like if you time your button presses to the person that's comboing your button presses, you can get more meter or reduce damage or reduce hit stun to get out of the combo earlier. Like it gives you something to do while you're being comboed. Smash has direction influence. The Injustice games have the wager system. The Mortal Kombat games have breakers. It's just a bunch of shit. Guilty Gear has burst, right? The Arxis games have burst mechanics, right? Of like, shit, we've given the player too much freedom to do combos, and now the person who's getting comboed is getting frustrated and doesn't want to play the game anymore, and that's bad for business. So what do? We have to find a way to limit these things. Anyway, here's what a bunch of modders think good game design is. Wait, is that Cell? That looks like Cell. With Ryu shit. Whoa. No, that's Gohan! Wait. Yeah, no, that music kick, that's Gohan! Wait, Dragon through. It didn't. I am stunned, silent with this shit, man. I love when the camera fucking breaks. That's so good. What? Wait, is that... Wait, is that Onslaught? Was that Onslaught? Wait, not Onslaught. Apocalypse? For Marvel 1? What the... Man Gatal Senai. Right. So there's an entire subsect of fighting game player that basically thinks that any mechanic, system-wise or character-wise, that prevents me from turning this into a one-player, that prevents me from turning this two-player game into a one-player game, where I get to just style my opponent and they can't do fuck all, is a bad mechanic that makes fighting games shittier. There is a very specific level of like Marvel 2, like Marvel 2, Marvel 3 plus R, like anime player fucking brain rot that infests these people. And I can't say they're wrong because this shit's really cool and fun to do, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm struggling here. My brain's in a fucking fog right now. You know what? It's the same problem I have with... Well, to be fair, a lot of these people... I mean, they're still in fighting games. I think it came from fighting games. But a lot of these people have also started spawning in fucking beat 'em up games. And, you know, I said Fighting Rage is my favorite beat 'em up that I played in the last 10 years, and I still hold true to that. But part of it is, it's part of it in there too. Like, yeah, no, the game is meant for you to combo every enemy in the game. Like, when you get at a good enough level, you could just combo every single enemy in the game forever. And if you get to that skill level, you deserve to do that, sure. But I don't like it when that is the basic premise of the game. When we get to shit like... What is it? Ultimate Double Dragon? Yeah. Yeah, I said it before. You get to shit like... Oh, actually, no. Where is... There we go. And then when you get to shit like Ultimate Double Dragon, and it's just too fucking much, man. Okay, you're getting your shit kicked in. Yeah, sure, we'll go with this. Oh yeah, I had multiple other problems with this. No, those are supers. Again, why does this game have fucking supers? Struggle with this. So what was originally just going to be a simple, well, yeah, I guess simple is a good term. What was originally just going to be a simple remake of Double Dragon 4, Super Double Dragon 4, but, you know, running correctly and playing good, would become, I don't want to say combo slop, but that's where my brain goes. Because Double Dragon was never about having huge fucking combos. It was about, you know, enemy routing. It's about, a lot of it's enemy routing, a lot of it is like, not even killing enemies with combos, but like stunning enemies, so that you can reposition yourself into a...
Amanda Splats asks a super subsystem?
A super system. Yeah, a super subsystem. A Sonic Blast Man subsystem. Because the person that made this game is obsessed with doing the biggest, flashiest, longest combos ever. And I don't want to say ruining Double Dragon, but there becomes a point where combos become so involved, so long, in what is supposed to be a beat-em-up game that I just lose interest in it. I mean, I guess I should have pulled up Final Fight Forever, but like, this is a good one though. And also just having a bunch of shit that is not Double Dragon related at all, but that's a different story.
Last Man System in Double Dragon 01. Is this Beats of Rage?
Is this Beats of Rage? I don't know. I think so. Yeah, it's open BOR. It's Beats of Rage, yeah. Yeah, but no, these are these are new sprites. I forget who this guy is. Mao Herrera. I believe that's the developer. No, I actually did manage to get in contact with the original artist of Super Double Dragon to draw new sprites. And some of these are edited of those to make new moves. And, you know, that's cool as hell and all, but like, if originally just became like, I'm just gonna cram everything I love into this game, regardless of whether it fits aesthetically or tonally with Double Dragon or not. And I can't say the game's bad. It's not bad, but it's got so much shit in it that dilutes the Double Dragon aspect of it, and I don't like that part of it. And it's happening again with Final Fight Forever. Also I think he's also involved in development of this. No, I want the actual. Oh yeah, here we go. I mean, I didn't want to put this, but like, yeah. Hey, you know what Final Fight needs? Fucking TMNT. Final Fight game, by the way. I have gotten to a point in my life, I never thought it would happen. I have genuinely gotten to a point in my life where if a beat 'em up has air combos and ground bound extensions, it deducts points from the game for me. Not because I don't think that they're unfun. They are fun to mess around with, but combos are not the point of a beat 'em up. The entire point of a beat 'em up is enemy management. And doing sick-ass combos is not enemy management.
Arroba Amanda Splax feels like to many DNFs are getting too complicated. Almost like what happened to some games like Chedon by the FFA. What's wrong with just walking right and getting a good? Arroba Amanda Splax said yeah. There is only one enemy in this demo.
Well, the reason why there's only one enemy in a demo is so that you can practice doing your sick combos. I said it before, there is an entire subgenre of player that plays beat 'em ups and fighting games, but only to do the coolest, longest, swaggiest, I'm going to turn this 2-player game into a 1-player game combo. And these are the kind of guys that generally seem to get into video game development because they just really love this shit. And I don't mind them loving this shit, but it creates a idea where, like, if your beat 'em up does not have sick ass air combos, then it sucks. And I think that sick ass air combos, while they are fun to do and mess around with, it ultimately dilutes beat 'em ups as a genre because doing sick combos really only hurts one guy. Maybe multiple if it's that kind of game. But the entire point is that you are meant to be routing enemies away from each other, or like it gets away from the core aspect of beating 'em ups to me, which I always thought was enemy management. But at the same time, if your fighting game is too simple, you just create a different problem where, if you want, the best way to clear this game is to just pick the nearest enemy and just throw them into another guy and just do that forever. Because it's the only AoE damage that you have. So, it's a problem on both ends. And this is an extreme on one end, and there are extremes on the other end as well. I mean, I will even say, that's my problem. My biggest problem with Final Fight, the original Final Fight, is that that's the game where, like, what you want to do is just pick an enemy and just throw them into other enemies and just do that forever. You can do it from your fucking jabs, you can do it from your fucking combo string, just do that forever. Just pick enemy and yeet into other enemies and do that for, like, until the end of the game, basically. And that's also not engaging So, I don't know, man. But there are also people that will look you dead in the face and say that Final Fight is like Final Fight 1 is the best beat 'em up of all time. It is what all beat 'em ups strive to be. And I don't know, man. I think they're nuts. But other people also say that this shit is what a beat 'em up should strive to be, and I also think those people are nuts. And the thing is, I don't think there is a middle ground between those two things here. So you have to just kind of accept that these are the two massive extremes that a beat 'em up are, and you just have to pick the one that you vibe with more. And again, that isn't to say that I think this type of thing, these things are bad. They're not bad. It looks cool as hell. And I'm sure that if I played this game, I would have fun doing all this stuff. But I wish that I just think that beat 'em ups deserve better than just be the combo fodder genre. Ugh, I don't know, man. That's a good hit sound though. For getting hit by the staff, that clunk, that's real good. That's real good. That's a satisfying sound. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, man. Like, I feel insane when I say it. I think having shit like this right here is a net negative for beating ups as a genre. And you have to, and I feel like I'm going crazy when I say shit like that. But I don't know, man. I just don't like it. Or rather, I don't like every beat 'em up becoming this, is what I should say. These have their place, but I don't want it to be all of them. But I would also be lying through my fucking teeth if I didn't say this shit doesn't look cool as hell. Fucking Mortal Kombat, fucking Liu Kang MK3 combo, Jesus Christ. My... I'm not watching the rest of this. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Mighty Final Fight Forever. I did not know about this. Bouncer Games. I didn't know that Mighty Final Fight had a fan project out. I never did beat Mighty Final Fight. Oh, Carlos! Oh, I see. Alright. Lucia, and then there was Maki beforehand. Dean! I love you, Dean! You're never coming back! Was that a alpha color? Yo, alpha guy color. You know what? I'll fuck with that. Alpha guy 2P color on top of that with the blue and yellow. It has been so long since I played Final Fight 2. Because when I get the itch to play Final Fight, I always play Final Fight 3. So I don't have a deep understanding of how Final Fight 2 actually plays. Much less its unique characters like Carlos and Maki, but I do think that those two are cool. Especially Maki. I will always be upset that Kimberly's in Street Fighter 6 because god damn it, it was Maki's turn to come back. Where is it? Q&A page. Is it still up? It's not an itch, is it? Oh! Oh, I see that. You ain't slick, bitch. I recognize the sprite anywhere. That's heavy. That's Heavy D. That's my man, Heavy D, right there. You can't fool me. I know that sprite when I see it. Okay. Headhunters. 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 Do I miss old times? Some of them. This looks kind of rough. Not bad, but rough. I mean, to be... Oh, god damn it. I'm kind of... You know what? When I was younger, I also thought it was a real travesty that Streets of Rage 3 did not have the motorcycle segment. But with age comes experience, and with experience comes wisdom. Sega was right to cut it. Sega was completely right to cut the vehicle segments out of Streets of Rage 3. It's a neat novelty, but I don't think vehicle sections are fun. I do not like vehicle segments in games that were not built around them. Having it as a neat... It is the equivalent of... of 7th gen games having a forced stealth segment into it, because you have to put in something new or people get bored, and all of them were bad. There has never been a forced stealth segment in an action game that was ever any good. And I see vehicle segments and beat 'em ups as that exact same thing. I have never played a good vehicle segment in a beat 'em up game. They're all trash. Yeah, so that's Headhunters. Another beat 'em up game that is just blatantly Streets of Rage 2 again. Okay. Streets of Rage 2, but with also some Streets of Rage elements like that fucking club stage. This is 1,000,000% Streets of Rage 3. That's Streets of Rage 3 as fuck. Arguably, the Samurai dudes are also Streets of Rage 3. Arguably. I can't tell if this is a boss. I can't tell if this is meant to be the Shiva of the game or if this guy is actually unlockable. Probably both. Oh yeah, that part. Yup. The cross up knee. That's Streets of Rage. Yup. Cross up. Yup. Well, it looks like it'll play fine. Looks like it'll play like Streets of Rage 2, but a little bit dry. But Streets of Rage 2 is a good game, so I don't mind. Okay. So, Turtles Lost in Space. Is this a remake of, like, Work in Progress? Is this Hyperstone Heist or some shit? Fight in Club. Okay. You know what? In a beat 'em up where your main attack is a weapon of sorts, I think there should be way more enemies. You should be completely crowded by enemies, and those enemies should not have a lot of life because you're slicing them with swords and shit. But you should also be completely swarmed at all times. Dive kick! Fucking dive kick, alright. So is this just going through all the characters? No, this seems to be a... Okay. Alright, I see. Okay. Yep, TMNT arcade game again. I do not like the Konami beat 'em ups of that era. I don't think they play good. I'll download this, sure. I'll play this off stream, see if it's any good. Soundtrack, alright. I'll save that for later. I'll also download my Final Fight while I'm here because I'm going to forget. Kyle! Jesus! They put Kyle from Streetwise in the fucking game. Holy shit. Oh, that's a true Final Fight fan right there. Holy shit. Oh man, okay, alright. Okay. Oh shit. Malone got his internet back.
But today is going to be... We'll be playing... Oh, wrong one.
You know what? Yeah, I'll end my stream now. I'll end my stream. I didn't have any grand idea for what I was gonna do. I'm forgetting something. And I don't know what. I'm forgetting something.
See.
Was that the Akira slide? Blood feud against Marvel for a long... As it took... Originally going to be... Fuck. TXAO DNF DUEL. It's Brawler. Like... Talking more about DNF... Right, more of a... Fight of Gods. Sort of like... Priest Man. It looks... Batman was always a game I thought looked fun. Ninja Baseball Batman. King. His weird persona. Duck King. Sorry. Blue Mary, SNK, Co-op, MGS. Ah, that looks for more money. Got like where the base of mods have added Marvel 3 rollback. Lesbian Space Princess trailer. I'm lost. There was something that I wanted to do and I forgot what it was, and I'm going to immediately remember as soon as I exit the stream. I know. All right, whatever. Whatever. I'm sending you all to Malone. Go celebrate his internet coming back. And for Twitch side,
@Choco Minato sent a link.
yeah, there we go. All right, right, Twitch. Twitch. Actually, it should just be Cara Malone, right? Twitch has equals Cara Malone. Or is it Malone Cara? I forget. No, it should be Cara Malone, right?
I think it was Mighty Number 9.
Let me double check.
It tried to be Mega Man.
Yeah, it's Cara Malone. So I could just do https://twitch.tv/Cara Malone. So that should work. I put it in the wrong thing, god damn it.
@Choco Minato sent a link.
I forgot to put that on Twitch. I can't. Okay. There we go. There we go.
Choco
All right.
Minato sent a link.
Okay, what song do I end up with? Oh, I know. I know. I'll end with another one. Where is it? Yeah, okay. Alright, I've been Choco Minato, Flavors, forgetful, fanatic, signing off. Reminding you that time is the only currency that you cannot refund. So anybody that spent your time here, an hour, a minute, a second, okay, how long? I'm going to say thanks for showing up. And don't cash out too early. And I'll see you all later while I figure out what I need to do with the rest of my fucking week. At least in terms of streaming stuff. Later, y'all. What the hell is that? Hold up. That's wrong. That's wrong. Not the song. The song's the right one, but the credits are wrong. How did that happen? Still wrong. Okay, hold up. Here we go. Okay, so now this should function correctly. Yep, there we go.